back home in Nigeria, if you are disciplining your child, as people are saying, "Oh, to a man no more," they are also saying, "You want not match more." Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've said I was going to start singing. You guys, should we go for welcome song? Welcome. Should we have welcome song to be welcoming you to every video? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking to watch. Thank you. Thank you. If you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you so much. And if you are seeing this face for the first time, my name is Christy and this is Christy's Pause. On this channel, I motivate you to live your best life in God, and I also share with you our life sense as country one, Canada as new immigrants. If any of this sounds like what you might be interested in watching, what you might be interested in, let us see what is happening here, then you want to click on the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the videos on this channel. I bet you don't want to miss any of the, you can tell already that you don't want to miss any of the videos on this channel. Thank you for clicking on the subscribe button. Yes, I believe you have clicked. Thank you for clicking on that subscribe button. Thank you and welcome to the family. Welcome. So today I want to talk with you about one of the fears I had when we were coming to Canada and what I've been able to, do to work on that fear. Let's get to this, guys. So welcome back, guys. Welcome. So today I'll be talking about raising kids in Canada. Before we came, I've heard a lot of stories about raising kids in the abroad, not just Canada, in the abroad, like generally how it is, how I had a lot of fear, a lot of things were said about raising kids and how much you can't discipline your child. And of course, that you can't leave your child to chance. You can't just say, well, you will grow up as you will grow up, you will grow up and you will be good. You have to train your child. And some of the things we were used to, some of the ways we were used to training children in Nigeria, I heard like a lot of those things are like frowned on here. Like not just frowned on, you get punished, or you get, what will I say? What English? Please borrow me English. Like you get I don't even know what to call it, but you get negative consequences for some of the ways we raise children in Nigeria. If you decide to raise your child here, you get negative consequences for raising your child here, and one of those ways is you cannot spank your child. Ha! Me, I was the Oluwaye of spanking. Like I can, and I think it gives them like that reset, like faster than you trying to talk. I know I've even gone to a class where, I was in one parenting class, where they say you should not shout, you should not scream on your child, you should you don't have to beat your child to train the child. I think I was able to do don't scream, don't beat for maybe 2 days, maximum 2 days. And the 3rd day I was like, you people cannot kill me. I had to give one of them a bara to have, some resetting of the brain. And some of those things I said, you can't even spank your child, especially in public. For this, my kids are growing, and of course they are not at that age when they can go and say reports to social services, say somebody spanked them. But you can't spank them in public. You can't, neighbors cannot hear that your child is crying. They can report it to social services and all. And those things were like, things that scared me. Like, okay, so how do you bring up a child in this kind of environment that you can't discipline your child? How do you talk to your child? If you have toddlers, like the ages of my oldest is 7, and my youngest will be 2 next month. Yay! It will be 2 next month. And I have one in between 4. So I have a 7-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, and I have a soon-to-be 2-year-old. If you have that age range of children, please let me know in the comment section. How do you, talk to these children without having to shout at least once in 2 days? Once 2 days, once. Like, you don't have to shout, that you won't beat them. How? So when I was coming, I was like, hey, I hope it's not like I'm going to Canada to go and bring up spoiled children. I just want to share with you some of the things I've been able to do to help me, ensure that I don't, get sanctioned by the government, and I also don't raise small children. So guys, one of the things I've started doing more of since we got here is to show my children love, like plenty, like I love them. I show them, like, once in a while I just come to say, who wants a hug, who wants, though I've been doing, those small in Nigeria, but when we got here, I, made it like a point of duty, like, let me show them love as much as I can. And one of the things I'm planning to do with this is to ensure that as much as I want to be their mom, I also want to be their friend. You cannot be too much of a friend that you forget to parent, and you cannot be too much of a parent that you forget to be a friend. So I'm trying to find a balance. And this parenting thing, nobody gave us manual. They did not give us manual on how to raise children. They only told us, get married, have babies, God will help you to take care of them. So this is God helping us to take so one of the things I've decided to do is show them love, like, so when I act to discipline them, they know it is not out of hatred or out of wickedness. They know it is actually because they've done something wrong. So like showing them love, lots and love. I am doing lovey dovey mommy, like hug. And you must all go and you must so that's one of the things I've started doing a lot more of. And the second thing I've started doing more is find other means of disciplining a child without necessarily have to beat or have to scream. That scream thing. When we just came, they were like, don't scream on your child, or don't scream because your neighbors can call social services and see somebody is maltreating. In fact, it's not even the child that will go to reports to say that my mother is maltreating me or something. Screaming on your child is seen as maltreating. If the child want to kiss someone, then call. So don't scream on your child, don't. Like, in fact, you can't even, the way you are in public, you go to a mall and you're like, you want your children to be well behaved, you don't want them running. You can't even tell the child, I'll slap your face. You can't even say that in the mall. You can just see police officer in your front. I've learned to, find other means of disciplining a child, my children, without necessarily having to shout or beat them. And one of the things I've done more of since we got here is go to your room and stay there. I think that is working on my first and my second. Go to your room and stay there. My last baby, well, maybe because it's still a baby, or I don't know, if it's telling, most times if you say you should go to his room, what it does is sometimes he wants to come out like immediately. Sometimes he goes under the bed and hide there and maybe sleep off safe. So find other means of disciplining a child. Maybe take away a privilege, take away cartoon, take away something that can actually send the message on more than beating or screaming. And I think it has given me peace of mind. If I have to scream less, if I have to beating actually makes you have pains in your body. So if I have to do all those things less, I think it's giving me peace of mind better than having to scream my head off and having to beat a child. One other thing I have learned to do more here is to pray for my children, because I will not even try to make this sound like it is a simple work or something. I have seen, I saw something recently, and I was like, hey, is this where I have brought my children to? Chimo Chineke. I saw a child that, well, I'll call her a child because she wouldn't be more than, say, 13. She cannot be more than she cannot be more than 15 years old. And she came with her mom to a place where I was in a place, and they came in. As they came in, the mom, that girl, and one other boy came in. And I saw the way the girl was all over the boy. Like, both of them were all over themselves. A 15-year-old in the presence of so in my mind, I was like, oh, this person cannot be more than a brother. He's a brother. They were wearing face masks, but even in the face mask, they were like almost breathing into themselves. Almost this nose mask was touching. I was like, no, it's a brother. Maybe this is a mommy. It has to be a brother. It was later that I got to know that he's not her brother or he's her boyfriend. So, and I know that I want to be a cool mom, a mom where my child will be able to say, meet my friend, a boy, as a girl, or meet my friend, a girl, as you know what I'm saying. Like, I want to be a cool mom that my child can introduce the opposite sex to me as their friend, and I will not freak out. But even with that, I don't want to be the mom that will be negligent. Like, if you are doing all this in my presence, what are you doing out of my presence? And it's not about creating fear or creating, it's just about creating, raising a child that knows that there is boundary. There's something that is right and there's something that is wrong. There's something that is expected of me and something that should not even be found doing. I want to be a cool mom, but I don't want to be a mom of a child that is spoiled or something. So as much as I am doing all the showing love, doing all the find other means of disciplining, I also want to, pray more for my child, because, of course, they're not with me all the time. They're not, I'm not with them all the time, and they'll meet with friends. These are the kinds of people that will be their classmates. These are the kind of people they will mix with when they go out and all that. So I also want to pray for them that even the one that my power cannot reach, God will help me to do it. So sometimes I know that we are here, one of the reasons we decided to come here is for the kids to have a better life. But at the flip side, it is also very easy for a child to go astray, because of course that is all what we see around. Like, it is a free world. It's a world where you can hardly discipline. You'll be seen as old school person, or someone that does not know what's up, or someone that's. So as much as I want to, like I said earlier, be a cool mom, I also want to be a mom that my child knows that this is what is expected of me, and I know that I cannot do that on my own. I have no power of my own in this matter. I have no power of my own. So very, very importantly, I am remembering to pray for my children. Like, Father Lord, these children are in your hands. In fact, you are the one that gave them to me. So, just teach me on how to raise them, on how to train them. And I'm just trusting God, because we've just been here for a few months, and already I know that it's not going to be as, of course, back home in Nigeria, if you are disciplining your child, as people are saying, oh, it's to a man no more, they are also saying, you want to match them. So let me interpret this for my fam that don't understand Yoruba. Like, back home in Nigeria, if you are disciplining your child, people around will be saying, it's okay, don't beat him again, don't punish him again or something. As they are telling you that you should not punish him again, they're also facing the child and saying, you too, your own is too much, don't do that again. Your mommy is correcting you, you don't want to listen. But yeah, it is not like that though. If you discipline your child in the presence of someone that knows how to call social services, the next thing you'll see is, you don't even want to hear the story. When I just came, someone even told me the story of how they almost took her child from her because she was not, putting maybe fruits or something in the child's food. Like, they were saying that she was not taking care of the child properly because she was not giving the child balanced diet. So you just have to, be as careful as possible. As I'm just trying to be as careful as I can to ensure that I raise, balanced children. I don't want my child to fear me. I don't want my child to, be afraid of me. At the same time, I want to raise a child that knows that if I do this, mommy will not like it. If I do this, daddy will frown at it, So that's just what I've, But share with me in the comments, like, if you have, I know that I even was in a class recently about parenting a child, and all the things they were saying in that class, I was just like, if I said to raise children like this, children will not become spoiled brats like this. There can be extremes about taking care of children. There can be extremes. People can be like, you have to, spare the rod and spoil the child. So people can be at that extreme of you just have to beat your child. And I don't want to be at that extreme. But some people are also on the extreme of just leave the child to, to do whatever. So please share with me in the comments. What are the ways you've been able to, you know, especially for people that have grown-ups already. You know, some of, like my oldest, like I said, is 7. So share with me tips in case you have grown-ups, how you've been able to, you know, train up these children. Because like how what are the things you think, you know, just beyond what I'm trying to do, beyond my what's it called, my efforts, what are other things you think will help in training up a child to ensure that you bring up a wholesome child? Because the fact is, there are a lot of things around that will just make the child, that can make the child go astray. So guys, please share with me in the comments, you know, especially for people that have grown-ups, or even if you don't have grown-ups, but you've been able to find a way around, you know, parenting a child and, you know, just to bring up awesome children. Share with me in the comment section, you know. Let's help ourselves to ensure that we bring up awesome children. Thanks for watching till this point. Thank you. Till we meet in the next video, have a beautiful life and awesome children. Bye.